Alright, welcome back to Toyo's channel everyone. I've done a previous video on the Avengers Assemble for the S.H.Figuarts series by Bandai. I've been anticipating for the Thor figure as well as the Mark 6. When I set the shop, it turned out that the Mark 6 isn't as good as the official photos, but Thor looks even better than the official photos, so I essentially only just picked Thor up, as you can see right here. I've always been a big fan of Thor. Behind me you can see my Mathix Thor from Infinity War, and I've also given him the Cap's Endgame hammer, so he looks absolutely badass. So let's find out how good this SHF Thor is from Avengers Assemble, i.e. Avengers 1. And as always, please kindly like the like button as well as subscribe to my channel for more goodness and greatness. Right here you can see the Thor depiction in this illustration. It's absolutely stunning, and also there is the Avengers logo on the right hand side. For the figure itself, Thor looks pretty good, to be honest, because usually with the SHF series, the head sculpts are not the best things in the world, given the size as well as how Bandai produces them, but this one looks really good and I just can't wait to open it. On the right hand side you can see the spinning hammer, so I'll definitely use this for Cap's figure on the back. As you can see, he's got two shields with him right now, one broken, one normal. The side. So you can get a glimpse of how it would look like after you've taken it out of the box. Moving on. With the spinning hammer, it's gonna be really dope. And also this gesture is really cool as well, just maybe needing a stand for that. And for this one, it can probably stand on its own without difficulty, and also for the normal Thor that we have seen on the other side just now. And there's a close up on the other side. So without further ado, let's get opening. Wow, this is pretty good for S.H.Figuarts figure, because usually with the previous S.H.Figuarts figures, for example the cat ones, I wasn't too satisfied with them, but this one looks pretty darn good. For the other head, as you can see, the other head is pretty much just looking onto the right hand side, our left. It's pretty much the same, I'd say. But in terms of the facial physiques, it looks like Thor, although it's still a little bit off, especially with the eyes. I don't know why the left one is closer than the right one, but anyhow, that's how it is. In terms of the armor, I just absolutely love it, because I've always been a fan of the previous Thor outfits. Let me remove this piece of plastic as well so you guys can see better. I just absolutely love the previous designs. It just looks really dope. So you can see there's this extra layer, or should I say the underlayer of his outfit, so it matches with his trousers as well, so that's a neat touch. And they've also did the sculpting, so it's not just a flat piece of plastic, so that's nice. There is the articulation that you can kind of play around with for the shoes area. Let me just move that. So 1, and the ankle 2. Also with the knee area, yeah, it can be bent. And for the thigh area, I think this one can be bent quite extensively because of the lack of blockage of the plastic piece. So yeah, not bad. This has always been one of the nicer features of the previous armor, and As you can see, it's glossy. It's meant to be kind of a metallic chained piece, and also there's an arm piece that's strapped around his arm, so that's pretty cool, and the coloring is nice as well. The cape, I love how they've now all gone for these kind of soft cotton fabrics, and there's a metal piece of wiring attached at the bottom, and I think, yep, there are two pieces on the side as well, so you can essentially bend however you like to pose your figure. And I think this is a really big leap, and all the companies for this kind of scale of figures will be adopting it, because it just makes a whole lot of difference, because it's so different to just a piece of hard plastic. There are some foldings, but not too much. So I've always liked the foldings, and it's just quite unfortunate there isn't anything at the back, because with the Mafix one that I have, although it's by another company, but they do have a defaulted crease at the back, so that makes it pretty convenient for posing the different gestures and better for foot. So the usual movements that allows you to flex for the chest piece and the waist piece, as well as the pelvic area. And again, on the left leg, a lot of mobility of movements, so you can do quite a lot of poses on Thor. There is a springy piece on the shoulder, so essentially this can allow greater movements as well, so it doesn't really get limited if it were to be just one piece of plastic here. And in terms of the arms, nice articulation, so you can kind of do 360 or 180, should I say. And also with the elbow joints, nice and stiff as you would expect from any knee figures. And also for the wrist, it's going to be good. I'm not going to comment about that. Neck is really nice as well. As you can see, they've sculpted it, so it's not just a flat piece of plastic. Hair's kind of hindering the cape a bit, so I think there may need to be some extra work to be done on that part. As you can see, the cape is kind of caught between that area. As I was trying to get this piece of cape to go back in between the armor pieces, I have spotted that the hair piece actually is a separate piece from the overall hair, overall head, sorry. So it kind of look like this, but it can be detached, so that's a nice touch as well. So in terms of accessories, there are 3 pairs of hands, so 2 of them will be for Thor to be holding the hammer, or just one spinning hammer, shall I clarify, and also 2 pair of hands that are opened. And I think this piece might be reused from the previous versions, but I'll need to compare that later. This is the one with the lightning effects. We have the normal hammer, as you can see here. They've just recycled that again, of course. For the monumental piece, the spinning hammer, so I'm really looking forward to playing around with this, because I can use it on my cap for endgame, and it will just look pretty cool when he's fighting Thanos. Apart from the always imbalancing problem, the only critique that I have with this figure is the fact that the cape is not really installed properly from the get-go, and I need to find a solution for the longer term. To be honest, I think it fits cap a lot better. In terms of the spinning hammer, you plug in your Thor's arm wrist socket. It doesn't really fit well and it's a bit loose, so you can see it's kind of tilting, and because this piece is quite heavy, you can kind of see already, so it can't really hold properly. It definitely looks a lot better on cap, and I'll just be displaying this against my Thanos as well. Overall looks really good. I'm glad that they've included the spinning hammer piece, and it's pretty much just the piece that I want alongside with the figure, because for the hammers I've got those before as well, so I don't really need more hammers now, to be honest. But yeah, this scene just looks pretty badass, right? Apart from the fact that the hammer doesn't really stick properly or be posed properly, but anyhow, we'll find a solution for that in the long term. Alright guys, so what do you think of this Thor? Is it something that you want? Is it better than the previous iterations? So for me personally, I like this figure apart from the fact that the neck piece of cape is a bit messed up. I just love the hammer spinning piece. It's very unique and it's so much fun to have because it's just so unique to Thor and Cap as a whole. So you can just kind of interchange with your different figures. And thank you very much for watching this video again. As always, please kindly like the like button as well as subscribe to my channel for more goodness and greatness, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe and see ya!